Hello everyone. Today we're going to be making some variations on some one-shot drum samples to make our drum beats sound a little bit more realistic and less robotic. So here I have the simplest of drum beats set up. We have a kick, snare, and a hi-hat going on. And all of these samples are going to be 100% identical because they've just been simply dragged in from the sample browser. So we're going to start with the snares and try to mix those up a little bit here. So the first one we're just going to leave as is. I'll solo that so you can hear it. So let's go ahead and let's keep the first one the same, and let's change the second one up just slightly. As you can see, there's kind of a little bit of a pickup before the main hit, so for the second one, let's just simply cut that out. So just a slight difference. We can do the same to the third, but maybe let's throw the pitch up just a little bit, not using these semitones, but the cent one. So it's going to be just the slightest amount of pitch change. Maybe for this fourth one, we'll go ahead and warp it, and we'll cut it in half and see what that does. Kind of fades out too quickly. Let's extend it, take the fade down. So there we've got, just right there, 4 slightly different snares, but still sounds like the same snare drum itself. Now let's take a look at these hi-hats. I've thrown it in a simpler, and all the notes are just the C3 note at the same velocity. So again, it's all going to sound identical unless we do something here. So the first thing we can go ahead and do, these work great if you go into your audio effects section and your modulator and grab the LFO tool. Let it load. There we go. And then we're going to map this to certain things. So for this one, let's try mapping it to the attack. And we're going to take the amount down just to, let's try 10% to start off with. So it's barely adjusting the attack. Let's listen to the hi-hat. So 10% was not enough, so I upped it to 34%, and I adjusted the rate here so it kind of just sweeps through at random, not in time with the song at all. We can also go ahead and throw on some other effects just for fun. Let's go find the frequency shifter, and then we're going to throw another LFO tool on after that. We're going to map that to the fine frequency, and we're going to keep it from, let's say, 45% to 55%. It just barely goes in that middle bit, and then if we turn down the dry wet, we get a cool effect on that. So that seemed like a good amount for it to modulate between, and I changed the rate down lower so it slowly goes through it. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a listen to what we have. I've added a little bit of piano and a little bit of pad in the background, just to spice things up. So as you can hear, these changes we've made to these drum samples aren't gigantic, they're nothing that jumps out at you, but they do help to keep things, like I said, less robotic, more organic, like an actual drummer was playing. So in addition to what we've already done, we can also go ahead and, of course, throw on a groove on top of some of our tracks to get things less quantized exactly to the beat, and maybe change the velocity a little bit. So adding grooves is easy. Just click that button, and choose a random one. Let's try it out. Solo that hi-hat since we're adjusting that. Sounds fairly good. Let's commit it. And as you can see, it changed the velocity, and some things are just slightly off of their original mark, which helps. So that'll cover it for today's video. Now, of course, you can build on top of this using different effects and different processes. Anything that gives you just that slight variation to mix up your drums a little bit. If you liked it, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll have more coming at you soon. Thank you.